So right now we are sort of doing our tour through the workshop. Everything starts basically here in the timber storage place. Right now you see already the very big wooden pipes for your instrument. And at the same time you see everywhere timber which we store here. And this timber is one of the two main materials that we use to build pipe organs from. And here the timber is cut into slices, so we select carefully every piece of timber for the right piece of pipe organ so that everything fits perfectly well at the end. So as you see here, we're working with solid wood, and we first cut the wood into slices and then later on glue the slices together. So here you see the way we do this. And here, for example, you see the bits and pieces that we use for the slides of the instrument. And this is where we build the wind chests. And so here you see the construction. There's an outside frame from oak and there's an inner frame from glued wood, so that our instrument can also tolerate temperature and to a certain amount humidity changes that you do have in your concert hall, because it will be heated in winter and cooled in summer. So that's, for solid wood, it's a tricky task. And here you see further details of our wind chest construction, and through every hole later on wind will be let into the pipes, and this is sort of the beginning of wind chest construction here. Here you see another part of wind chest construction where you see the channels for every note. So here you will have one note like C, C sharp, D, D sharp. They would be arranged like that, and every note has got a separate channel in a wind chest. So as you know, in pipe organ building, it has got sort of like two levels of control. One level is a level of the notes, so that you can sort of choose on the manuals which note you are playing, and at the same time you can also choose which stops you are playing, so which sound color you are choosing. And sort of the valve for the sound color is called slider. So here you can move your slider in one or in the other direction, and either way all holes will be open so that the stop is going to speak, the sound color is going to speak, or you sort of move it in the other position where all holes will be closed so that there won't be any wind going into the pipe for this stop. And it's a process of a lot of work with solid wood construction. So here you see the upper boards. This is where single pipes will stand on those areas, and there will be thousands of those parts in your instrument. Casting sheets is the first start of the entire process of building metal pipes, and we melt tin ingots in this pot here. So you have to imagine that we take an ingot and we sort of throw it in here in order to sort of melt it. Once it's fluid, we sort of take this with a big spoon and fill it over to this pot, to this metal pot, and we check temperature, sort of to see that we have got the right temperature, and we'll have a temperature around 200, 210 degrees depending on the alloy we use, and then we move this big metal pot over here to the wooden box, and then we have here a little gap that we can open, so the fluid material is going to the back, and we at the same time we move this slider on this piece of material, and we cast a sheet, which is sort of this here, what we see here. And that's the process of casting. And I love it because it's so archaic and it's so simple, and it's so effective at the same time. As you know, your instrument is a mechanic instrument, but at the same time you will have a second movable console, and for the second movable console you need to be able to play the entire instrument also from a separate electric console. In order for that we need also a lot of electrics and electronics, and sort of this is what is prepared here for your instrument. And beside building new instruments, we always do restoration. Restoration is very important for us because from this we can learn a lot. We can learn which constructions can survive centuries, and that's very important. This is an instrument which is not that old. It's built in the middle of the 19th century, or actually it is more at the beginning of the 19th century, and it's now just over 200 years old, and we can learn a lot about which constructions are really good, which prove to be on the long run to be successful. I think really restoration is a very important part of our work. Mm-hmm. When you look here, you see a Wrocław 2 by 8 foot trumpet harmonic, Wrocław trumpet 8 foot, clairon harmonic 4 foot. You see huge amounts of your pipe work is already here, so waiting to be packed. And we store, before shipment, we always store pipes vertical because they don't like to lay flat. So really until the last moment before they come into a big box to be packed, they sort of stand here like this. Trumpet 16, principal major 8 foot from the grate. So basson 16 foot. So here you see, I mean, we have thousands of pipes in your instrument. So you see here, it's all of the different stops. So it's already waiting to be packed into boxes and transported. Everything in orange is Wrocław.